Welcome to my channel, guys. So in this video we will learn about we will look at the resources on how can we learn French. So first of all, so guys, even before you start learning French, so there is something really important that I want you to buy. Maybe so if you are used to writing and learning things, so I suggest that you get index cards. This is something that's really cheap. You can get it from Dollarama or maybe from online. You can order these. So what they do is they help you to make notes and you can carry them along with you. And then they will help you to revise the concepts whenever you need to. And it's just with repetition and practice, then that you will grasp the things and then you will be able to reproduce it. So I suggest strongly that you either, if you are good digitally, so I suggest that you download a Anki app. So this is an application that helps to memorize stuff. So you can download and install it. It's free, and then you can start creating your cards into it. Yeah, whatever you've learned in French, things that you want some repetition, and then you can revise it. So it has those features that help to revise the content. So before even learning French, I would suggest strongly that you get these two things. First of all is this app, and second is the index cards. Moving forward, once I have those and I have started learning French, then I would go into this website that's called Cliff Notes. So it's in English, that it also explains the concepts, basic concepts in English, that helps you to kind of have a grip over the concepts and what you specifically want to learn in French. So it's very well categorized: verb charts, pronunciation, everyday verbs, articles, nouns, and possessions. So let's say, for instance, if I want to look into the regular verbs, okay, here they are. That's the list in front of you. So I would just, as if I were a beginner, I was just focused on the present tense of the verbs and I would not touch the other tenses. Okay, that's not important, for instance. Just the present tense of all the category verbs, er, er, and then I would move from there on. Having said that, once you are done with that, there are some YouTube channels that I want you to subscribe, and they're really good for learning French. So first one is Learn French with Alexa. And if you subscribe to this channel, then you would just see the content listing and you can get benefited from it. It's 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 really good and I personally like it. And there are other channels also that you can get benefited from. So for instance, if you look into French Pod 101, French Pod 101, that's another brilliant channel uh, that people use for learning French, and you can get benefited from it. Great resources, guys, great resources you get from these channels to learn French. And then if you have basic understanding of French, and then you know where things are going, so there is another channel that's InnerFrench on YouTube. This guy explains the concepts in a brilliant way, in a slow manner. I suggest strongly that you subscribe to his podcast. If you enter into his podcast here, and there are 163 episodes. So, and these are my personal best. And apart from that, so there are some news channels. So these are some news channels that's free of cost, where you can see news from all over the world. These are the news channels from all over the world in French. So I will post a link of these channels in the video description. So if you happen to be already at the intermediate level or B1 level in French, then you should perhaps start reading in French. So whatever area interests you and whatever news you want to listen to, so you can just go into the individual links to see what you want to read, right? And with time you will get better at it. It's free, guys. Okay, and that's another thing. And if you are specifically focusing on the TEF exam, so this is a brilliant resource if you want to crack the TEF exam. And they have structured material and structured guidance for those of you who want to clear the TEF exam. But I would suggest that you come to this if you are already in intermediate level, then you can perhaps buy the subscription. It's not costly, it's just 80 pounds, I think, 79 pounds. But if you happen to be beginner, and I suggest not to buy this membership right now because it's for intermediate and above, so it's not worth the money. So I suggest that you don't waste money on that. Yeah, that was all for today, guys. Happy learning French. And if you like the content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that others can also get benefited from this.